What more can we do to improve the HPV vaccination program and accelerate progress toward elimination?
Well, Poland's done a great job in catching up on HPV vaccination. Poland was the last European country to have a national program on HPV vaccination, but it's catching up fast. I think the next steps are very important for Poland. If you look at what's going on in other countries in Europe, they're starting to show the way. Poland can do the same. What more can it do? It can expand the ages where free vaccination is available into adolescence. If we could have all 14 to 19-year-olds entitled to free vaccination for HPV, that would make a massive difference. Plus, if we could have catch-up programs for those over the age of 19 up until 26, that's what Romania is doing, for example. We think that that would be a good move for Poland as well. HPV vaccination is all about protecting society. It's all about cost effectiveness, preventing people from getting cancer. So we should be finding all ways possible to vaccinate as many people as possible in their teens and in their 20s.
There have been calls to introduce mandatory HPV vaccination. Would that be a breakthrough step?
Well, it'd be a first in Europe, that's for sure. But some cultures, and as I understand it in Poland, some countries have mandatory vaccination for other things. I think if you're having mandatory vaccination for other things, HPV should be there too, because evidently it's going to increase the vaccination rates of boys and girls, and that's what we need to see to be able to eliminate cervical cancer, for example, across Europe. We need to see the vaccination rates very high. So if a country has mandatory vaccination for other things, HPV should be part of it too.
What are the biggest risks or challenges when the vaccination program is scaled up quickly?
Is supply, making sure there's enough vaccines for everybody that want them. With all implementation of healthcare programs in Europe, the tricky bit is the implementation. How do you get the vaccines to the people? Do you have a schools-based program? Do you have availability with family doctors? All of these aspects are extremely important, and all we need to do as the supplier of the vaccines is to know what the plan is, to coordinate well with the National Health Authority so that we can make sure we've got enough stock of vaccines in supply to provide them to the government.
You mentioned during the inauguration panel expanding eligibility. What benefits would that bring?
Greater protection for society. The more people that have HPV vaccination, the less of a chance there is to spread the HPV virus, which means less cancer. I often think if you could say to people, there's a vaccine and it will stop you getting all kinds of cancer, they would definitely take it. Here is a vaccine that stops people from getting a number of cancers, particularly cervical cancer in women. We should make it a priority that everybody understands the message and everybody has the opportunity to have a vaccine.